Right, morning everyone. Apologise for the young looking face, decided to have a bit of a shave last night. Better or worse, I don't know. Join us. We've gone across the road from Messingham Sands today, and we're back at Grange Park on Curlew Lake for a Sunday open. Come on here because it was on islands at Messingham, but I didn't fancy chucking rods all day. I just wanted to do something a bit different. But Curlew, same again as Osprey, spin you around. It's been nicely redug, and you've got some little islands and everything. Because it only used to be 4 foot deep tops. Now it's talking about 8 foot. But this lake, they reckon, well, it's bite a chuck basically. The problem is getting through the smaller stamp, little carp, goldfish, crucians, and all that sort of thing. I think you're looking at, well, 50 to 60 pound. I think would be a good weight. I've just brought maggots and some corn. I've got some micros and expander as well. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of long fishing on maggots. Sort of maybe through the water on the deck, and then maybe a corn line separate just to pick off a bigger stamp. I think that's the key, trying to catch them bigger stamp carp. I don't think they're massive, I think they're 3-4 pound sort of size. Yeah, speaking to Martin Ellis, who fishes here a lot, he said that you want to be in certain areas. So I'm on, well, you want to call it the cafe bank. Spin you around, the cafe's just up there. And apparently you want to be on the far side over there. They said they tend to be better from, what did you say, 17 to 23 or something like that, which I guess middle of the lake. But yeah, we'll give it a go. We've only got an hour to set up, so it's going to be a bit pushed for time. I tried some new rigs and stuff last night just in case. So, but yeah, we'll looking forward to it. A bit of pole fishing. A bit warmer today, no mist, so hopefully we'll get stuck into some nice stamp carp. I don't think bites is going to be the issue, like I said. I think it'll literally be just trying to pick out a better stamp. But anyway, we'll go draw a peg and see where we get put.
Or all 6, no, 8 left.
We'll have that one then. 4. Right, draw me peg. Sorry you're on camera in chest view, but I ain't got much time really to set up. Peg 4. Talk was, didn't want to be on the ends and drawn an end, but we'll never know. Nice island across though. I've got all that to myself. Doesn't look that bad to be fair. No idea. We'll carry on getting some gear out and I'll talk to you when I've nearly set up.
Right, for some reason the microphone didn't record on the day, so I'm going to try and run you through it as I'm watching it back as best I can. So we've got micros for short line. Yeah, so just explaining here is I've got a corn line at 14.5 just up the shelf, that's what that's for. I've got some expanders which I never used and some 4 mils which was for the long line also. I've got about 4 pints of maggots, which I'm gonna loose feed out here at 13 meters, and then as explaining here, that's my mark and expander line. So yeah, fed. Well, my plan was to feed maggots short here and maggots long. Did plumb up an edge, never had a bite down there, but we'll go into that a bit later on. Rig wise, that's my edge rig. So a 0.3 slim with a 16 LWG 1213, and as you can see, spread bulk on that one to a 0.3 slim. Next rig, I'm going to guess that's the short rig. So we've got a 013 to 16 Kaizen, a 0.4 slim, and a 10 to 12 elastic on that one. This is the long maggot line. We've got a 0.75 slim with a reverse taper. There you can see that old number 8, so I think there's a number 10 at the bottom. Yeah, 0.75 slim. I've got 12 to 14 elastic on that, which was about right on the day. And there was an 14 F1 pellet to 013. This is my corn rig. Same shot in again, just going up that slope. That's on 10 to 14 orange elastic. Hollow, that one. And that's a 013 to a 14 Kaizen hook for corn mainly. Yeah, that's a 0.6. 0.6. I'm just explaining here. I've got a couple of shallow rigs, which I never actually picked up. These were, I think one was set about a foot off the bottom, and the other one was set at about 3 foot. But they never came into play on the day. I did start short for the first 15 minutes of the match, and I had, as you can see in this picture, one tiny little fish, probably the only bite I had short all day. Just a tiny little fish that I hooked and then bumped off. So this was the first fish of the day. It took me about 20 minutes to get this first bite. I actually got it fishing at 14.5, and all it was a little stocky on corn. Just tapping a few 4 mils in, and that was a nice little fish to catch for the first one. So this was the second fish I actually hooked on this line. I was getting quite a few indications on this line, so I was quite hopeful that it could be a line I could fish all day. But yeah, early on there was, I think, a few fish caught around the lake, but I was definitely probably getting the most bites on the pole. But yeah, all I was doing on this line, I was just tapping in some hard 4 mils and up the slope slightly of the shelf, only maybe 8 inches shallower than the main middle track, if you want to call it that, and just fishing a piece of corn. There weren't loads of bites, but it was definitely enough bites to keep me interested in this line for the first half an hour, or at least the first half an hour.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt the video. If you do like the content that I'm producing, please remember to give it a like and a subscribe and share it to anyone that might be interested. Trying to do as many of these as I can at the minute, really. Hopefully come summer you'll actually see me catching some fish. We're going to go through some qualifiers, festivals, all that sort of thing. But yeah, if you like what you're watching, then please like and subscribe. Stopping. Right, so an hour and a half in. I've had 5 stockies, 6 stockies, little tiny things. 1 proper carp. I've just got on my maggot line at 13 metres. I just had my first fish on that, but it was a tiny little goldfish thing. Missed a couple of bites. I've just changed from cattying to potting maggots in, just to be a bit more accurate. I feel like you just want to pile of bait rather than spread everywhere because the amount of fish we're trying to catch. But slow. I think pegged 10. Yeah, he's got another one on now, so he's had I don't know, 9 or 10 little carp and 1 decent one. But that's where you want it to be apparently. 10, 19, which is opposite. I think he's just chucking bomb and bread out into the middle. My dad next to me has had 3 decent carp. Yeah, I don't know, just... Oh, there we go. That was better, just potting a little pile of bait in. I think that's just the right way to do it. Oh, apologies for the cable. A few fish down this end though. I think it's just working out the best way of catching them. They're all decent stamp, I don't mind, just being real patient. This feels like another good fish. Just spread me shot out a bit more as well, so it's like halfway up the rig, so there's a real slow fall on my maggots. I need the weight of float because it is towing a little bit, so I don't want to go any lighter float because it's just my rig's going to be moving all over. Another little 3 pounder or something like that. So I've got 14 F1 pellet onto 013, so I can pull a little bit, but not loads. Yeah. Fish about £3 maybe, ish. Well hooked. So yeah, just a typical winter match really, just tap a bit of bait in here and there. Steady as she goes. Just under 2 hours left, and this wind has made it a right pain. I knew it was going to get up. I didn't think it was going to be this strong. So. Still getting a very odd bite. I think. So I'm nowhere near winning it, but I might have £20 now. When this wind's got up, the fish have got smaller as well, which is not what we needed. But I apologise for the chainsaw. Someone's having a happy chop behind us. Yeah, I was getting odd bites bouncing from line to line before the wind coming. Now this wind's coming, it's just made it awkward presenting, because it's towing right to left, but the wind's blowing pretty strong left to right. I'm managing. Definitely glad I've got that heavier rig on now, that's a fact. But yeah, this wind's just making it a bit naughty, really. It's just making it hard to present your rig how you want to present it. So I'm hoping. I've just fed my margin. I've just put a little ball of micros and some maggots in. Maybe a bit hopeful, but apparently they have been catching an odd fish in the edge. Say edge, I've gone 3 foot, maybe a bit more away from the bank, because it plumbed up a little bit nicer. Been throwing maggots on my short line for a bit now as well, so maybe the right play is to have a look short while this wind's as bad and hope it dies. But I think it's going to be I think it's going to be like this for the rest of the match, which is going to be unfortunate, but I can present it and my rig sits nicely and I still get the odd bite, but it's just not as nice as it was. Definitely got no chance of going back over to 14. But yeah, I think it's going to be more tapping maggots, even though pinging a few has been good to get a bite. I just don't think I'm going to be able to keep it accurate enough for what we need, so currently, as you can probably see, the camera's in the right place, is try and fight the old bowl a little bit, but hopefully hopefully a few fish come short so we don't have to worry about it as much, but I'm not getting loads of bites out there as it is, so I'm a bit suspect whether they will come short or not, but I think they will. It's a nice depth short, and well, I'm hoping they do, because this wind's gonna be a pain, and they just seem to have died a bit. Not getting anywhere near as many bites, but I don't know. Still a long way to go. No bite short or down the edge, which I was probably not expecting anyway, so I think the last half an hour I'm just going to sit on these two maggot lines at 13 and rotate them and just hope that an odd better carp is there. Fucking about time. About time. So, fish on. Oh, that's that. That was not good. I've had 5 or 6 little stockies, 1 proper carp, and then whatever this is. Hopefully it's a great big one, but it's not. A couple of pounds. Well, I haven't had a bite to my left. I feel like every single fish has been to my right today, but you only can give them when you get drawn, don't you? So we'll get some gear away and catch up with you afterwards. Right, we're all packed up in the car now. We've finished weighing in and everything. I've enjoyed it. It's been good to catch some fish on the pole at this time of year. I've had 49.10, which was second. I think Peg 10's won with 78. So we fished a good match. Just fished bomb and bread and then I think bomb and corn later on. Speaking to Steve Curtis, who runs the match, he said that that's been a good area for the bigger stamp fish. Anyway, I've had plenty of fish. I've had loads of like stocky carp, like a pound to maybe two, pushing, yeah, maybe £1.5 pound. One big one at £5 early on. But yeah, it was good early on that long line across to the island at 14.5, just up the slope. But then the wind for the last 3 hours has been an absolute nightmare. Presentation, it's been bad. It's been towing. I've had to fish at 0.75 to even keep the rig still. I feel like you could have done with fishing like a 0.3 with like number 11 strung out in 6 foot, because every time you like laid it in you'd get an indication, or if you lifted it, dropped it in, that's when you got your bites. But I couldn't fish any less than a 0.75, especially because I've had to fish towards the right where I felt like there was more fish to the right, and the wind's been going to the right, left to right, but the tow's been backing on itself, so it's been a real nightmare to try and get my rig. My rig was perfect, it was sat lovely, but it was just awkward towing back, you know, like when it tows back inside your pole. But yeah, I've had 50 pounds, is a mega weight really. I've caught pretty much everything on the maggots. So yeah, definitely enjoyed. I want to come back. Definitely want to come back. I think I'm maybe just drawn out of the bigger fish again. I don't know. I think if I'd have fished it before, I'd have had £60. I don't think I was ever catching £80, but yeah, I've enjoyed it. Another slightly different one, no rods this time. People know I'm not a massive fan of rods at this time of year, but I don't think if I'd have fished a rod I'd have caught more. The guy opposite's fished it for a good couple of hours, and I think he's maybe had one like small fish on it. So yeah, we'll go to work tomorrow, and then I don't know when we'll be back out. Weather's meant to be turning cold next week, so I think it might be a couple of weeks before we get back out again, but yeah, so thanks for watching once again. If you've made it to the end, remember to like and subscribe. It is free content, so if you like and subscribe, all the videos that I keep producing you'll be able to watch for nothing. I think we're up to 200 subscribers now, so happy days, and we'll catch you on the bank next time.